Marine scientists have calculated the commercial value of the world's kelp forests, showing they provide billions of dollars in value to society and are capable of removing 4.91 megatons of carbon from the atmosphere every year.
Here's a summary of the article.
Living in shallow ocean waters off a third of the world's coastlines are vibrant jungles of brown seaweed called kelp forests. While the exact amount varied between regions and kelp type, the findings, published in Nature Communications, suggest they collectively provide an average of $500 billion through ecosystem services, the benefits provided by ecosystems to humans, each year. The marine ecologist is the founder and director of the Kelp Forest Alliance, a research-driven not-for-profit dedicated to accelerating the protection and restoration of kelp forests worldwide. Now, with this study, for the first time, we have the figures to demonstrate the considerable commercial value of our global kelp forests and the financial impetus for advancing kelp conservation and restoration efforts. For the study, the researchers analyzed the contribution of kelp forests to ecosystem services using fish and invertebrate surveys and measures of annual net primary production, or growth. There were also many other services we didn't assess, including tourism, educational and learning experiences, and kelp as a source of food, so we anticipate the actual value of kelp forests in the world to be higher. While the research is not intended to commodify kelp forests, Dr. Ager says it ultimately helps draw attention to the need for more investment in kelp forest conservation.
This post received a score of 6,600, with an upvote ratio of 98%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Looking forward to Big Kelp becoming an international powerhouse.
That would be incredible. I recently tried crisps made from dried seaweed. Needless to say, they were good. If we are going to keep harvesting cattle and pigs, then we need to feed them seaweed.
I'd rather stop harvesting animals.
You are in the vast minority. USA slaughters 100,000 cows a day for beef. I don't think eating meat is going to go away, but the intensity of factory farming with growth hormones, antibiotics, and disease outbreaks is completely unsustainable.
Quick Google search shows that Americans waste 20% plus of meat at a retail and consumer level. We have to stop wasting so much food, and that'll be a good start.
It's not even just food waste, it's that we eat a lot of meat in careless and disrespectful ways that are directly enabled by the $38 billion that the USA spends on subsidies for meat and dairy. I have been a strict vegetarian before, and when I stopped I vowed to not waste meat. So when I cook with it, you bet you ask that I try to pay some form of homage to the life that was given to nourish mine and make it as delicious as possible. If I want to eat lazy, I eat vegetarian fare.
Scientists given up and just started saying seaweed is worth $1 trillion to try and get anyone to give a fuck about the environment.
Yeah, it's pretty absurd and depressing where capitalism has taken us. It's no joke when people say late-stage capitalism. This kind of attitude towards the world can't continue for long. But things are already changing very quickly and will continue to change even quicker. Not even talking about artificial intelligence. I look at it as pretty much the last real hope for humanity, or the thing that will kill us by accident.
The fact that we have to measure the benefits in terms of dollars deeply represents how the world operates today. When the next hurricane season arrives stronger than the last for the next 10 years, the victims can be happy and don't need to feel afraid because of all the money that was saved by not switching to renewables sooner.
Plus, think of the billions in free seaweed they'll get.
They already are getting it. So lucky.
I got a paywall, but the blip of reddish-orange looked like a lot.
Is 4.91 megatons of carbon per year a lot? I have no perspective on this amount.
Keep calm, guys. Here's the raw math. In 2020 the world produced 36.4 gt of CO2, or 36.4 billion tons. Kelp forests absorb 4.91 mt a year, or 4.91 million tons. We need 7,413 times more kelp area to match the annual global emissions.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.